Welcome to May's home update. We have concrete. I don't know if you guys saw this, or at least up close in the last video. So they haven't come all the way out yet because work trucks are still coming in and they don't want it to get cracked, but we have this. We went ahead and did a parking pad right here so people could park and then like back out to get out. Originally I wanted a circle drive, but they were making me make the decision way too early and I couldn't figure out like how and where and size. So if we want to do that, we're just going to do it later, but this kind of fixed the solution for now. But a lot of changes have happened since you guys saw the last video, so we're going to go ahead and take you inside so I can show you all the updates. There's our $22 tile, just trashed in our front yard. It's just scraps. So we have floors. I think I showed you one small room, like our bedroom, just a small section. I don't even know if I showed you. I think I showed you the hallway, but they are all in. It's kind of hard to tell because of the mess. They got finished a couple days ago, and then today they came and added like all the trim and baseboards. These will all be painted white. We had like 6 boxes left over and we didn't want to waste that much because it was a lot of money that we would have just have wasted. So we decided to take them into this room, which will be an office. So we had to buy like 4 more boxes to finish it out, but I rather have bought 4 and it not get wasted than to like be stuck with what, 6 boxes?
Yeah.
It was close to like $1,000 that it would have been wasted. So it'll go in here, which is nice. We can do a rug and a desk. I was gonna say they left the light on in here. We can see what's going on. They're finishing out here. The tub's been ordered. Do we know when that's supposed to come in?
Well, I don't.
It's like, I think sometime next week or something, and then they can finish out this tile. But I'll take you into all the spaces. You can see right here, the floors are all in. And I was about to say it's looking good, and then I come in here. It's details are going in. It's obviously a mess. Everything in me wants to put this camera down and just clean, but I don't have any of my cleaning stuff here yet. The pool's looking good. It's not finished yet. There hasn't been much since the last time you guys were on here. I think it's been less than a week since I picked up my camera from like the end of last video to this video. I want to say I just like stopped right here and just showed you this area, but I could be wrong. But we can go in here now. This is our bedroom with the white oak. And like I said, all that trim around there is going to be painted white. This is going to be like a barn door, but it's going to be white oak and stained. Here's all of our floors. So just a little tip, when you choose grout, fun fact, it dries lighter than what you pick out. Like I wanted this darker, I wanted it to match. And when they put it in, it was perfect. Like when it was wet, it was the exact color I had picked and wanted, and it dried, and it's a lot lighter. So just to keep that in mind. And then when they first grouted our like marble, it was too dark. They haven't done this section yet. I'll show you another room. But it was too dark at first, but once it dried, it was light. So that's perfect. So we're getting like a little bit, oh yeah, you can see right here. So see how they've grouted it, how dark that is. When I first saw that, I was like, that is not what I wanted. Like I did not want gray grout. But once it dries, it's gonna be a lot better. And I'll show you a bathroom that it's finished. But there's our shower. If you've been following us, that finally got centered like it was supposed to be. Sorry, it's really dark, so my camera struggles. And then when you come out here, this is gonna be where our bathtub goes, and we did the accent wall all the way up. So in my head, you could have done like a half wall all the way around, which works, but I wanted one grand wall. So it's basically the same amount of work, the same amount of tile, and most people just do like half the wall right there, like all 3 walls. I decided just to go grand and go all the way up to the ceiling on one wall. So our tub is here. It's just out in the garage. And then I'll take you through here. The floors are done here. We have our mud room bench. So this top part's gonna be stained, and then all like the legs will be white. And then that's gonna be white. I don't know if you guys remember the picture, but I found this on Pinterest, so we're doing this exactly. So I'm excited to see that finished out. But they brought all like the shiplap in, the shelf in, the bench. I already have baskets to go in there. And then this is the mudroom and how it's looking. It's gonna be hard to see right here, but this has been grouted, and you can see how like it blends in with the tile now. It's not dark gray. So like I said, across the board, we picked 2 different grouts and they both dried lighter. So just keep that in mind. And then the pantry, all the floors are in there. Sorry, it's really dark. It'll be so nice when we have like lights one day. And then here's this view. It's hard with the glare coming in, but it's coming along, but not fast enough. We have to be out of our house in like 35 days. And this is where this house stands. I haven't even started packing. So, Chase, do you think this house can get done?
It can.
But will it?
But will it? I don't know.
That's the question. We were moving so fast at the beginning and it has slowed down big. We've had some hiccups that I'll probably talk about later. I'm not in the mood today because it's just now happening. Yeah. But yeah, so here's the sink. I think I've showed that. So this may be my view one day if we can ever get here. It will be, I just don't know when. But yeah, everything's coming along. Building's rough. It's very, very, very rough. So yeah. I really don't want to have a, what's the next month, June home update.
Exactly.
I want to have decorating videos in June. I want to have home tour videos in June. I do not want to have a home update video in June. So hopefully you're seeing this, and by the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you pretty much an entire finished house. Please say a deep prayer for me right now. We did get a lot of our tile in, so this is what we're going with. It's a very organic looking tile and it comes in like 4 different colors. Can you kind of see it right there? So it's really pretty. This is what we have behind the bathtub bowl. So basically I'm using it in the bathroom behind the bathtub bowl. I'm using it here in our laundry room, and I'm using it in our kitchen as the backsplash. But I'm laying every single one of those rooms different, so it looks different. But I loved the tile. Our builder loves it, so it's just easy to work with. So you didn't have to do that, but just to change it up, I am having it laid a little bit different in every space just to make it feel different. So if you find a tile you love and you're like, I don't want to keep choosing more tiles, just lay it different ways to kind of change it up, but yet you still have that tile that you love throughout your entire house, and it kind of brings the whole house together. Okay guys, the daddy's protecting the mommy, and of course we'd never hurt her, but he like attacks our car. He's getting low. Every time. You can, let me zoom in. He gets like real low at us and then he will fly.
Here he comes.
Oh, right there. He comes. There he goes. He's being a good daddy or a good husband, but man, I would not want to be outside my car when he comes for it. It has been raining, so we have lots of standing water. We couldn't even pull in over here. It's like solid mud. So we put on like our nasty shoes and we're just gonna walk in. It's easier than trying to drive through mud. But we've had lots of changes since I had my camera out last. I keep forgetting to bring it in, so I'll show you everything that's going on. Oh, I don't know, I think there's workers still here, so I won't bother them, so I may have to show you guys later. So here is an update with the mailbox situation. I don't even know if I've shared that over here. I know I have on Instagram if you follow me, but basically it got put in the wrong spot. So it's like a $1,500 mailbox that had to be destroyed, and then we have to move it. But I'm not gonna show you the houses around us, but we mimicked every house around us, but they're not gonna let us do it. Long story, don't wanna get into it anymore. Been there, done that. But that's just like $1,500 laying there. Now we have to get all new brick and we're gonna have to move it, but that's the first update. Okay guys, we are at the house. I'm just going to film from my camera if it looks different. Every time I bring my camera, I can't film because they're here and I don't want to bother them. But every time they're not here, I don't have my camera. So I wanted to show you, this is the tile we picked for in here, the laundry room and the kitchen. And this is the grout I originally picked. It's okay, but once it got in, I didn't love it, but I was just gonna run with it. Well, we showed up to check on the house and we noticed they were putting in the wrong backsplash. So it's the same concept, it's the same size, but this is just all solid white and has no variation where it's supposed to have 4 colors in it. So I panicked because now we're gonna end up with an all white kitchen, which I really wasn't wanting. And it kind of changed a lot of stuff because we had to change the grout because I just didn't want white with white grout. And then what you guys have to remember is all these cabinets on that wall are getting painted white too. If they were gonna be white oak, it would have been perfect and fine. But now like this is all gonna be solid white. That's all gonna be solid white. We'll have this, the oak island, but like even the countertops are pretty white. He said we could rip them out and start over, but I just don't think we have the time. Like we have to close pretty soon and the new buyers are letting us rent it back for like 2 weeks, but timing is starting to get a little sketchy because I don't want to be homeless for a little while. So I like the way they laid it. That's what I wanted, but I'll show you in the laundry room exactly how it was supposed to be. Now I did lay it different in here as well for change. And it's gonna be hard to tell because I don't have lighting in this house yet, but see how it's like all different colors? Like there's like grays and creams and stuff in there and it was just gonna add more. The only silver lining out of all of this is I was able to change the grout. So I went with like more of a tannish gray in here versus like the bathroom. And I love it so much better. So I just wish this was in the kitchen. But that's kind of how life goes. We did go all the way up, so it looks super pretty. But I noticed like as we turned down here, they ran out of the normal tile and started putting up the kitchen tile because like this whole section right here is nothing but white tile. So in person you see it more, on camera you don't. I'm not too worried because it's just over here with the washer and dryer. But we've just had a lot of uh-ohs. Some people are like, why are you in the house so much? You're visiting too much. I'm visiting because things are going wrong left and right. And it's our money. Like I would never hand over hundreds of thousands of dollars and just be like, do what you want. Like the reason we decided to custom a home is because we wanted to be detailed. A lot of people are like, you're being too picky. I think that's the whole point of a custom home, is you get to be picky and you get to choose things. So like I said, I'm gonna go really deep into a video one day because you guys are asking for so much. Like a lot of you guys are thinking about custom building or want to or about to. I'm really gonna just dive in deep to one of those. We were very aware mistakes were gonna happen and you kind of have to be flexible. We've been super flexible, but stuff is still just like left and right. We were hit hard last week with a lot of changes that could have been right. Like there were mistakes that didn't have to happen. I think that's the hardest thing. I can get sometimes like you can't put that there because of code, because of this. We've had a lot of that stuff, but there were a lot of things that could have been avoided basically. So here's all of our drawers. I hope those don't topple over. And our floor, there's our floors. Oh, our shower in our bathroom's done. That's another thing, like it's gonna be okay that they used the wrong grout in there. I think one of those is gonna turn out to be kind of a little blessing in disguise because I wanted a lighter grout and they put in the darker, but I think it'll help with cleaning. But can you see how like dark that grout is? That's how the floor is and it's supposed to be more of a white. But at least it's done. We went all the way up. We have it on the floor. I noticed they forgot to go, like do it in here. So we're gonna have to tell them so they can come back. And then like, here's that original wall I was talking about. So still the same variation of tile, just a different grout. So I feel like this is good for in here because it's a little glammy. Like it has some glam to it. Whereas over here, it's just more that organic, like it almost looks like they used mud to use grout in it, which I love because it's that organic look. But yeah, I just really wish this nice stuff had been put into our kitchen. I don't want to say I hate it because I don't. It's still a very pretty tile. Just in my opinion, we kind of overpaid for the Subway tile look. Like if we were just going to get all white tile, we could have used Subway tile and saved a ton of money because this stuff was not cheap at all. And so that's just life. That's what's happening right now. They finished off our fireplace. We had some like issues up there. We had some like really white stones. They finished that. And then out here, they put the primer on. You can tell like we can't see out. They said they're gonna paint the house next week. So in 2 days, the next time I turn on my camera, the house should be white or painted white. All they've done is this out here, and it's just the primer. So you can tell, you can see the break through it. And then we also picked out our stain today. So oh, sorry, I almost dropped my phone. We went to pick out a stain because our guy was here and he could only do like a dark orangey stain. So we had a custom stain made to match our white oak, and they got pretty darn close. So when you look out, it's going to look like white oak out here. So I'll come stand out here. It is a beautiful day. It's been raining nonstop, but you can tell by the view. It is sunny. It is bright. We're trying to dry up. I think in my last video clips, everything was like underwater. So yeah, let me see if I can zoom this out. There we go. So you can see like how it was. You get an idea here. This isn't like the white we chose, but you can see how pretty it's gonna be. Oh, just so excited. I almost want to say I've already showed this on my camera. I think I came by one day. So that is where we are. I think I have the stains over here I can take you to. And once we use them and love them, I don't mind sharing them. I just don't want to share all the stains and then not like them. But I think it's going to be too dark. Yeah, it's pretty dark. I don't think my camera is going to clear up. This is our garage right now. Savannah was just saying as we were walking in, she was like, it's so weird to think this is all going to be like clean and pretty one day. Because right now it's just like insanely dirty. Everything in me just wants to like clean it up, but there's really no place to put it. But that is where we are. This is real life construction. Woo, stepped on a tile. But the floors look great. I was really nervous because we had bought the floors at the very beginning before we made any other decisions. And we bought them, we paid cash. Our builder really wanted us to use a tile. We wanted an LVP just so if I ever wanted to rip them up and do something different, it would be easier. And I don't feel like the camera's doing them justice. I'll kind of get in the light over here. And obviously they're super dirty, but I am so, so happy with the floors and the color and all of that. I will say the floors were installed without the moisture barrier that we picked, or that we bought for them. And the guy that laid them for us didn't put it down. He said we didn't need it. Well, our flooring guy is saying we did, like the company that we bought them from. And so we lost our warranty on our floor because our builder and the guy who laid our floors said we didn't need it. So there's just been a lot of stuff like that that's going on. Like when we have issues later down the line, we're gonna have them and we're kind of losing warranties by the way things are going in. So it's just been a really hard process. And I know some of you guys are getting mad at me for being like real on here, but I just want to show you like life isn't perfect, building isn't perfect, it isn't easy. I could come on here and hide all the stuff that's going on and just be like, it's perfect, the floors are in, everything's sunshine and rainbows, but I'm just trying to be real with you guys. It's not going well. But one day we're gonna get moved in, it's gonna be pretty, and I hope all of this stuff just like fades away and we don't have any issues with the floor and we don't need any of the warranties that we're losing. And then everything will be fine. While I'm inside filming, Chase is moving stuff over. We're trying to get as much moved into the building as possible every time we come, just so we have an easier move later on.
Pretty good setup, huh?
We bought that table right there from a garage sale. Oh gosh. It's probably been like 7 years ago. I think it was $5 and it was a changing table. But he has used it on a lot. Okay guys, I'm getting out of the car because we just pulled up and they're painting it white. So you guys can see it's half and half. I've waited so long to see this thing white. It's looking so good. Okay guys, we just walked to the back and this is just the primer, I think. I can't tell. Is this the primer or the paint?
Primer.
So it's gonna look even better, but now we're seeing how it's going to look white. So pretty. First person swimming in the pool. It's not just the trash. If you look closely, we have a little friend, a little frog. It's like a little lily pad. We were so busy looking at the frogs, I didn't realize they had like taken all the like plastic and tape down. Look how good it looks with the white paint and the black windows and the wood ceiling Chase had to have that I fought him on for a little bit. I'm so thankful we did it. Oh man, that looks so good. I love, love, love the black windows. We had to fight kind of hard for those and it was worth it. So we've already been like moving stuff in, so our move isn't so crazy, but we're getting a lot in here. This is like attic stuff, a lot of stuff from the building. I'll have a video out. You may have already seen it probably at this point. But we've got a lot of stuff. So I'm trying to stay organized here because when I'm packing, I'm not organized as normal. So anything like I'm buying that I'm gonna decorate with for videos, I'm trying to put here. Any like clothing stuff's gonna go there. I'm like trying to do piles so then when I come in and I have to film videos, I can just like come out here, get the pile I need, get it moved in. But this building's gonna hold a ton.
Yeah.
Or like, it's not gonna hold a ton, but while we need it to hold a ton until we get moved in, it's gonna be perfect. And then Chase will have space eventually for cornhole, but we gotta get everything moved over first. And then we'll get it all situated. I wanted to show you the exterior paint job is done. They're still staining. We still have sod and gutters and all sorts of stuff, but I am gonna go ahead and end this one here. I told you this would be my last video before we moved in, but I feel like this video is getting a little long and we still have lots more to do. They're still finishing up the pool. We still have to do lights. They're starting the interior paint. So I'm just gonna add all of that to the next one at the end of the month. So you guys are gonna actually get 2 home update videos this month just because so much is happening in this month. But I did want to end it here so you guys could see how good it looks with like the white paint, the roof, and then the black windows. But thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys will be seeing a new one in just a few weeks, and the inside's gonna look so much better and hopefully looks more like a home.